Hey everybody, welcome to Too Old for Comics. My name is Steve. Just want to give you guys a warning if you don't want to be spoiled on this week's and Nick Spencer's final climactic finish to his run on Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 74. Then obviously hit the like button first, and then jet until tomorrow when you can come back and check out the video. But anyway, I've come into some early page access as far as pages go to Amazing Spider-Man 74 that comes out tomorrow. And if you think the last issue, number 73's bomb, left your jaw on the floor, then this one's a killer right cross. Not only did last issue Spencer admittedly messily but effectively retcon one of the most egregious storylines from Spider-Man's continuity since past. The one where Gwen and Norman. We're not going to talk about that. But he also, for a good long while, has been hinting at scraping the old lead-filled, moldy paint that is One More Day. We've seen in issues probably since the beginning of his run, I guess, as soon as Kindred was made mention of. He kind of made some mention of One More Day as far as deals and sins and that kind of thing goes. Which if you were picking up the breadcrumbs you kind of put together. But as we've seen, there's been this B plot since Last Remains that came out last year, that Doctor Strange has sent something off with Peter Parker's soul, and has made the hypothesis that the MCU devil himself, Mephisto, may have had a hand in meddling with it. Correctly, of course, and finally we get some answers to some effect, not only to him admitting to it, but also his motivation for doing so. Now, back in the day when One More Day originally came out, Peter Parker doing a deal with the devil sort of came out of left field, not only for Peter's character, but also motivation as to why Mephisto would even bother. The whole thing was basically his Aunt May, who was kind of on borrowed time anyway, was about to die, and apparently, even though, many characters would come back to life, no one was able to save Aunt May. Apparently, her organs were too far gone. A gunshot wound is impossible, but I'm not even going to get into all the characters that come back in more ridiculous ways. But it turns out that Mephisto had prophesied a long time ago. We find out in this issue that his future demise at the hands of a hero. And the hero was, okay, here we go, guys. Big spoilers. Drum roll, spoiler, drum roll. It's Mayday Parker. That's right, Spider-Girl from the future, daughter of Peter and Mary Jane. Holy crap. And that's why Mephisto had to keep them apart. Not only just not to be married, but also so they don't bake any buns in the proverbial oven, and birth the destroyer of Mephisto in the future. Crazy stuff. I honestly did not see this coming. Came completely out of left field for me. But I guess it kind of makes sense. I mean, Spencer has said at the beginning of his run that he's read every issue of Amazing Spider-Man, and paid all things that you think were not as important, were important to him, I guess, because there's certain scenes where in One More Day where Peter talks to this girl who obviously could have been made reference to and alluded to that was Mary Jane and Peter's daughter, but we didn't know. I mean, since Quesada took over Marvel, he's kind of tried to almost make it so that Mayday never happened. She came back in Spider-Verse and was really mishandled by Dan Slott and everybody else. They even did Renew Your Vows, which was basically an attempt at another, for all those people who wanted that married and that who were a fan of Spider-Girl and Peter and Mary Jane married. They kind of threw them a bone with that miniseries that was during. I can't remember what the storyline was. I don't know. It was horrible. But they did that storyline and also had a miniseries that was not promoted and almost seems like it was purposely canceled. It was really crazy because as far as Spencer's run goes, it's kind of been an apology tour for Dan Slott and everything that's come since JMS left the book. And like this is like just another like like middle finger to Quesada, who like tried to erase Mayday because like it's not something they could profit off because it came before his time. The DeFalco era and Bob Harris era, which are clearly like Quesada is not a big fan of. Dan Slott's also like made mention that like there's no way possible, even though that this quote doesn't hold up. Not even if J.K. Rowling came on to the title would they ever bring the marriage back. Granted, I haven't read the whole issue. I've only seen a few pages, so I don't know as far as like the one more deal. If like Peter and Mary Jane are just fully aware, if they plan on getting married again, I don't know. I'm going to find out tomorrow with the rest of you guys. But I do know the spoiler of Mayday. That part is clear. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as far as the Spider-Man Beyond era goes, because like we've had like maybe we'll have retcons as far as Dark Devil goes. If he has ties to Mephisto and Hell and all that kind of thing. It's been a while since I've read Spider-Girl, but obviously, like Ben Riley's wearing that costume. We'll see, like as far as like what the ties are to Ben Riley and Mayday and all that kind of thing. It really holy crap, like what a bombshell. But anyway, that's all I got right now. Tomorrow, I'm sure me and Mike will do a follow-up video as far as going a little more in depth of the issue and. I mean, for me, very satisfying. I'm a big fan of these characters, big fan of Mayday Parker. I always thought she should have, like, it's money on the table, Mayday Parker, Spider-Girl. But let me know what you guys think. Put your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.